Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm engaged. So I do have a moissanite stone, as you can tell from the title of this video. It is not a diamond. It is also not a fake diamond. I am in no way telling anybody or inferring that I have a diamond. I am very proud to have a moissanite. I've been very passionate about moissanite for years now. I'm so excited to be engaged and getting to be marrying the love of my life. I'm just so excited. And I get to also have the ring of my dreams. Woo! I have seen so many moissanite videos where girls come on and they're just like, here's my ring, it's pretty, it's not a diamond, it's called moissanite, here are the details about my specific ring, and then that's it. But I kind of wanted to come in here with a video and tell you everything that you need to know about moissanite specifically, and give you my ring details because I'm sure you want to know that as well. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe because it doesn't hurt you and it doesn't hurt me. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into the video. Okay, so first of all, credentials. You're like, Julia, why should we trust you? Who even are you? How do you have the authority to speak over these things? How can we trust you? Good question. So I was a sales associate for one of the oldest and largest jewelry retailers in the industry. I'm not gonna disclose their name just because I don't think they're gonna like what I have to say in this video, because most of what they sell is diamonds and diamond related. And so, you know, they probably won't like me talking about moissanite. So because I was a sales associate for this jewelry company, I had to do extensive training, not only on diamonds, but on all different kinds of gemstones, all different types of metals, all different types of settings, yada, yada, yada. So much of the work that I had to do was just sitting in the back room and learning, researching all of this training so that I was well equipped when I was on the floor to talk to different customers and find the perfect options for them and what they were looking for. So even before I was a sales associate, I really had a passion for moissanite for years prior and had such an interest in it. And that's actually how I became a sales associate, is because of my interest in learning more about these different gemstones. So what is moissanite? Say it with me, moissanite, moissanite. Okay, I hear so many people mispronounce it. Moissanite, that is how you say it. Moissanite, 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 moissanite. So for a little quick history lesson, some of you are like, oh, I hate history. Just hang in here for a second. Hang in here for a second, because it's cool. It's a cool story how it was discovered. So moissanite was actually discovered by a man named Henry Moissan, or Henri Moissan, if you're gonna actually say it with his accent, because he was a French scientist. He found it in Arizona in a crater, in like a crater canyon, and that was in the 1890s. And when he found it, he actually thought that it was diamonds because it looks very, very, very similar to diamonds. So once they actually did some research on it, they realized that it's actually an element called silicon carbide, which is a little bit different from diamond. Okay, so I know that we're gonna get into a diamond versus moissanite section here in a little bit, but just so you know really quickly, diamond is carbon, moissanite is silicon carbide. They have a similar makeup, but they are not the same stone. They are not the same stone. So like I said, Henry Moissan found it in the 1890s, but it wasn't until the 1990s, so 100 years later, before scientists were able to recreate it in a lab, they figured out how to recreate it through these pressures, kind of similar to the way that we make lab-created diamonds nowadays. So they figured out how to make it that way they could resell it on the market, and that's what we have here today. And a little side note, when they figured out how to recreate moissanite, it led to this wide expanse of new discoveries that helped with so many different random engineering things that I am honestly not smart enough to give any insight to. But if you're interested in researching into that, it's pretty cool that when they figured out how to recreate moissanite, like a lot of new things branched off of that technologically. So pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about this hot debate, moissanite versus diamond. Okay, I know you're wondering, because a lot of people think that it's diamond or they think it's fake diamond. You hear that term thrown around all the time. It is not a fake diamond. It is a separate stone completely. And I think there's almost like a stigma around anything that is not diamond. It's almost like, oh, that's like costume jewelry. That's like $10. Okay, no, these are nice expensive gemstones, just like rubies, sapphires, emeralds. They're just all different types of gemstones that have been found naturally but are being recreated because we like to wear them and we like to use them in our things because they're pretty. First, let's talk about Mohs scale. Mohs scale is basically measuring the hardness of the stone. Most people know that diamond is a 10. It's really high, it's a 10. Moissanite is a 9.25 to a 9.5 depending on the stone, so it comes in a really close second. Now, some people will say, well, that explains it. That's why diamond is so much more valuable because it's a 10 and moissanite's not quite a 10. But to that I say, what are you doing with your stone? Are you using it to nail things into the wall? Are you using it as like a knuckle punch? Like, realistically, a few degrees off, a few points off like that are really not going to make a difference. All you need to know about that Mohs scale, about those numbers, both of those stones, diamond and moissanite, are extremely durable. They are great for everyday wear. That makes them perfect for an engagement ring because, you know, most people wear their engagement ring every day. It means they're going to last forever. They're not going to get foggy on the inside. They're not going to get scratched up. They're not going to get dull. They're not going to lose their sparkle. They're going to remain beautiful for the entirety of their lifetime. It's great. We love it. Okay, now let's talk about fire and brilliance. Fire and brilliance. Basically, this is sparkle. This is the wow factor. This is how your ring is going to be eye-drawing and captivating to people who see it. Now, moissanite actually beats diamond in both categories. It scores much higher. I won't say much, but it does score higher in both fire and brilliance than diamond. Okay, if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote these numbers down, so I make sure I give you the exact correct information because I don't want to misspeak. Okay, so for fire, a diamond is a 0.044 and a moissanite is a 0.104. So it scores a little bit higher than a diamond does. And that basically means, the fire basically means that it's going to have more rainbow color that is reflected. When you look at it, it's going to have lots more reds, yellows, greens, blues. A lot of times moissanite is going to have more blue than a diamond would. So if you're looking at them side by side, you only will be able to tell that moissanite is not a diamond when you see that it has a little bit more of that blue when you look at it, when you're looking at them side by side. For brilliance, diamond has a 2.42 and a moissanite has 2.65 to 2.69. Okay, so brilliance is more of that white light that is reflected. So we've got the rainbow light, that's the fire, and we've got the white light, that's the brilliance. So both of those kind of mix together to make your ring super duper sparkly. And we all know that diamonds are sparkly, like, of course. Moissanites are even sparklier. They're even more eye drawing, okay? If you really like sparkle, you might really be interested in moissanite because it is so blingy and so fun. Some people may not like that. Some people may not want as much rainbow. Some people don't want it to be so va-va-voom in your face, and that's fine. But moissanite is going to be more sparkly than a diamond. So another topic that I often see going around about why diamonds are more expensive than moissanite is people saying, well, diamonds are more rare, which is actually false. Moissanites are extremely rare. They're so rare that you probably won't be able to find it on the market. Almost all of the ones that you're going to find available for purchase are lab created moissanite. They're still real moissanite. There's nothing about lab created versus natural that makes it fake, which that opens a whole other can of worms that I won't get into in this video, because there are people who believe that natural diamonds are the only things that are real diamonds and lab created are not real diamonds. Okay, we won't even go there because that's just like a whole other topic. Okay, so let's talk about color first. A lot of times when you're shopping for a diamond, you're going to pay more for it to have less color, okay? So we all know about the different grades. We've got D, E, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, blah, 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 okay? So it goes through the alphabet just like that. The higher up in the alphabet you get, the less color it's going to have, and the more expensive it's going to be. Fortunately, with moissanites, most websites that are offering moissanites are going to offer you colorless moissanites. So you're not having to pay exponentially more just to have a more perfect stone, to be quite frank. Now, some people do want their stone to have color, and if that's so, and if you don't mind your diamond being a little bit more yellow, then great, that's awesome. But if you do like more colorless, you're gonna have way more options with the moissanite, and you're not gonna have to spend more just to have a colorless stone. Does that make sense? Now, another difference between moissanite and diamonds is that they are measured or weighed differently. So we all know that diamonds are measured in carats. So moissanites actually are not measured in carats. They are measured in millimeters. So the reason for that is because carat is actually signifying the weight of a diamond. It is the physical weight. The physical weight of a moissanite is completely different of the physical weight of a diamond. If you have the exact same sized diamond and moissanite, the exact same size, exact same cut, they look exactly the same, they are going to weigh differently because they are different elements. They are different stones. The best analogy that I can give for this is think about a full-sized duvet, okay? So, you know, a quilt that's filled with all those feathers for a full-sized bed. Now think of a full-sized weighted blanket. They look the same, they are the same size, they both look nice on the bed, they both have their place. They are going to weigh completely differently because they are different materials, right? Same thing with moissanite to diamond. They are different elements, so they can't really be weighed the exact same way. So, like I said, moissanite is going to be millimeters, so keep an eye out for that. All right, so now we've come to the my opinions portion of this video, okay? So this is my opinions. Please don't attack me. It is of my observation through all of my sales experience with diamonds and gemstones that diamonds are a bit of a scam, okay? In a lot of other countries, they are not valued quite as highly as they are here, and so they're less expensive in other countries to get. They are so expensive here because we are making them expensive and because we continue to put value in them even though they're just another rock, okay? That is my personal opinion. I do not feel the need to break the bank spending a crap ton of money on a diamond when I can get something that looks the same or even better. In my opinion, I think moissanites are prettier than diamonds for significantly less, for a fraction of the price. Some people may not agree with that. Some people may like the tradition of diamond, but I think our generation is starting to move away from that and recognize, like, why is this ring $20,000 when I could get one for $2,000, you know? So another opinion is I personally think that moissanites are prettier than diamonds because they sparkle more. I am more drawn to moissanites. I think they look a lot nicer than a diamond does. And diamonds still do sparkle, and I'm not trying to say that they're dull or they're ugly. Please don't misunderstand me. Those are not the words that I'm saying. I just think that when you compare them, I think a moissanite is a prettier stone. So that is one of the reasons that I also decided on moissanite. Now, a lot of people will also tell you moissanites are much more ethical, they're much more sustainable, which yes, all those reasons are true. I'm not gonna go super into that because pretty much every video will tell you that. But yes, there are still places that, unfortunately, really inhumane things are happening in mining for natural diamonds, okay? So do your own research on that. That also goes under the category of deciding between even a natural diamond and a lab created diamond. There are some really unethical things that are still happening in the natural diamond industry that are really heartbreaking, and it's just not good for the earth. It really just is not good for the earth to be constantly mining and doing all of these things, okay? So please do your research on that on your own, but moissanites are one of the most sustainable and ethical options on the market. So for me, I always had a very specific style that I wanted. I always knew that I wanted a solitaire. I always knew that I wanted yellow gold. I always knew that I wanted either an oval or a round shaped stone. If you look through my Pinterest, if you're friends with me on Pinterest, it's so funny to look at my wedding board and to look at my ring section because it's just all the same stuff going straight down, all the same rings, okay? So I always knew that that's the style that I wanted, and it just was a perfect fit for me to get moissanite because it has that sparkle and bling, bam, in your face factor. I personally love sparkle, and I think that because I have such a simple ring, I have such a simple solitaire rock, I wanted it to be really blingy, really sparkly. I don't have a ton of extra stones, so I wanted the stone that I do have to be really eye-drawing, and I knew that I would get that with the moissanite. Moissanite is just so sparkly. I hope the camera can pick it up. At a later portion in the video, I will be showing you the stone in various different lightings so that you can see it. but it is just so beautiful in person and so sparkly, and I'm obsessed. Ryan did amazing. Now, this is my little motivational speech for you. Please, when you are getting a ring, get what you want. Do not worry about other people's opinions of you. Do not worry about any of that. What matters is between you and your fiance who are making this decision. That is it. Those are the only people who have a say in what you wear on your finger. This is a symbol of love, a symbol of an oath and a promise that you choose to be with one another, hopefully for the rest of your life. That is what it's about. It is between you two. I think the older generation is a little bit hesitant about couples deciding together what style of ring it should be. A lot of times, they did more of the surprise route where it was like the proposal was the first time you're seeing the ring or having any idea about what it is going to look like. But if you're somebody who knows exactly what your style is and you know what you like, there is nothing wrong with sending inspirational pictures or sending links and being like, hey, here are some ideas, things that I like. Here are some things you can choose between. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So do whatever works for you and your significant other. We don't need to judge each other for what different rings we have, okay? I hate this whole judgmental stigma around different stones and blah, 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 blah. Get what you want. Get what you want. That's that. Going along with that, if you have any doubt in you, in your heart, in your gut, that you feel like you're going to be insecure and embarrassed and you're going to want to hide your moissanite ring, maybe moissanite isn't for you. Maybe you do feel like you want to have the symbol of a diamond, and that is totally okay. Do what feels right for you. For me, I didn't want a diamond. I specifically said, please do not get me diamond. I want a moissanite. I don't care if you can afford diamond. I want a moissanite. For me, I can't explain why, but I didn't feel good about a diamond. That's that. I just wanted a moissanite. So do what works for you. Now I'm going to tell you the details of my ring specifically. So mine is from Olive Avenue and it is called Ellison. Pretty name, Ellison. I love it. I will pop a little link right up here so you can see exactly what it looks like on their website. I will also link it in the description box below. That way you can have a direct link to it and see it, look at it, add it to cart. It is an oval and it is 9 by 7 millimeters and it is a brilliant cut. I believe all of Olive Avenue's ovals are in the brilliant cut. Some websites do offer a crushed ice cut. That just depends on your preference. It is going to reflect light a little bit differently depending on the cut that you get. For me, I do really like the brilliant style, so Olive Avenue was a perfect choice for me. They do use Charles & Colvard moissanites, which are some of the oldest, most well-renowned, some of the most beautiful moissanites in the industry. So those are the ones that they're using. You know you're getting a beautiful stone. It's going to be colorless. It's going to be perfect. You can have peace of mind knowing even when you order it online, it's going to be a beautiful stone. This ring also has a hidden halo along the side, which is such a fun and beautiful detail that's kind of like a little secret. It's really cute and I really like it. So I did get a 14 karat gold band. I do think that that is the most perfect amount, the perfect proportion of gold to the other metal element. If you don't know anything about carats for gold, I suggest that you do some research into that to figure out exactly what you like. The higher up in number that you go, the more gold content there is, the more yellow it's going to be. Also, the more malleable it's going to be, so it might dent a little bit more easily. The lower in number you go, the more another metal is being mixed in. There are different types of metals that can be mixed in. But to me, 14 is a perfect proportion. All right, now I'm going to be showing you my ring in various different rooms, lighting, settings. That way you can see exactly how it looks in all the different lights. I'm really excited for you to see it. I hope that on camera it comes across as sparkly as it is in person because it really is such a stunning stone. Just for reference, I am a size 6. I probably could actually be 5 3/4. Like this is a little smidgen loose on me, but my fingers fluctuate so much that I went a little bit bigger. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. Please let me know if you have any additional questions in the comments down below, and I will try to answer them or even do a part 2 video if I get enough questions about moissanite and about different stones. I hope this video was informative for you and helped you in this decision-making process. If you are looking to get engaged really soon, congratulations, I'm so excited for you. Oh, it is such a wonderful part of life and such a wonderful season. Relish in all of the different decisions you're going to be making. And just take a deep breath because all of it is so fun and such a beautiful, beautiful time. I do want to also mention that this was not sponsored in any way by Olive Avenue. I am showing this ring because I'm absolutely obsessed and love it. Please check out their website. They're so wonderful, so easy to work with. And Ryan and I will both be getting our wedding bands through them. They are such a wonderful company. Please check them out in the description box below. I will also leave their jewelry education page for you to check out and peruse. That way you can read more about these different types of stones and all of the options that they provide. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe because it doesn't hurt you and it doesn't hurt me. Thank you guys again so much for watching and have a blessed day.